Yo guys, what is going on? Welcome to another video. Slightly different today. This is not a let's talk. This is not a let's talk football. It's not a preview. It's not a review. As we all know, the transfer window literally slammed shut last night at 11 o'clock. So yeah, I mean this is the next day. All the deals have been made in England. Obviously, I know the Spain transfer window is still open until obviously until tonight. So a few more hours to get deals off the line there. A lot of talk about Diego Costa going back to Atletico Madrid. And there's also a lot of talk about Coutinho going to Barcelona. Personally, for me, if Barcelona come in, let him go, because for me he's a bad egg, and he's just gonna maybe cause other players, obviously, to or should I say, he's gonna cause morale to be pretty low at Liverpool. I mean, if you've got a player that doesn't want to play, like we did with Gaston, it's either shut him in the reserves or get rid of him, in my opinion, because otherwise it's gonna have an effect on the other players. Yes, I've said my bar not cut, so don't comment in the comments about this. It's literally been cut. I've not gelled it. Obviously, as you know, we've got to go again. We've got to go to Bolton next week. Got to look good, you know what I'm saying? Our Borough Fan TV interview can't be looking a bit shabby, so yeah, I had to get the ice gem, if you like. That's what it's going to be called in the comments. As I get cut back in front of me right now, I've got a list of players that have come in, players that have gone out on loan, etc. So we'll get to them real quick. First of all, I want to say thank you for all the support recently on the videos. 222 subscribers. Absolutely fantastic support. I can't thank you guys enough. Again, like I say, love meeting you guys wherever you meet me. And yeah, big up to all you people that watch me. Big up to Borough Fan TV as well. If you watch Borough Fan TV, you're a legend. If you don't watch Borough Fan TV, I will leave all the links in the description down below. Go watch Borough Fan TV. Drop me an interview I like, and all the other ones I like, obviously. And yeah, I hope you enjoy the interviews over there. Hope you enjoyed this video. So yeah, let's get straight into it. So as I just said, we've got obviously all the deals were over the line pretty much last night. I've seen a few fans kicking off the fact that we didn't get that Jota from Brentford. It makes a difference to me. I wasn't really too fussed on getting him in. He's like a winger, I think he's like a winger wide man sort of thing. We've got plenty of them, so wasn't really too fussed the fact that he didn't come to us. Obviously Downing stayed, so if he's the right kind of don't know if Darren kind of wants to play for us now, and he kind of wants to sort himself out, if you know what I mean, then by all means let him stay. As long as he's willing to play for this football club, if he's going to play for the badge on the front, we will remember his name on the back. But he's got to remember, he's got to start playing now, as if he wants to play for this football club. Don't waste our time. Borough could have sold him all month. They didn't. They kept holding him for a reason. So he's got his head sorted out. He stops with the silliness that he's had when he first came back, obviously a couple of seasons ago. And let's just hope that he's sorted himself out now and he's ready to play football for this football club. So yeah, I mean, let's get straight into this. Obviously, the players we've brought in a fair few. I think a few of these players have gone into the under-23s but can feature, as Tavernier as well. So I mean, obviously, in case I missed him out on here, Tavernier, I know he came on the other day, but I think he's went to the under-23s as well. I've seen he's up for 2 awards, which is absolutely fantastic from him. But if we go into the basis of what I've got in front of me now, a few of these players have started playing for us already. They are already in the starting 11 of each game. Apologise for the noise outside. What can I do? I live on a busy street. So we've got Sombalonga. That's one of our signings. Obviously, as we know, he scored 2 this season already. He missed a few chances against Nottingham Forest, but no doubt he will find his form again. I'm hoping he bangs a hat-trick against Bolton. That'd be absolutely fantastic to see. But yeah, as we know, he's came in. He's not, for me, especially in the last game against Preston, he wasn't really getting his service. He couldn't really do much, as we know. He's almost like a target man, but if you give him the ball, he can finish it. He had to kind of go get the ball himself from, obviously, on the wide position and bring the ball into the box and try and do it all himself. And it wasn't possible there. As I say, if his confidence is low, I'm sure he's going to pick up. There should be no excuses at Bolton. And if we get turned over, I don't want to start bringing it down to this video, but if we get beat 3-0, I will be fuming big time, because no excuses. The players have had 2 weeks off. Well, should I say when that game comes along, it'll be about 2 weeks off. There should be no excuse for that game. All the lads should be fired up for it, regardless of international duty and whatnot. Should be fired up for it. It's another league game, and we need to change the position where else we are in the league. It's ridiculous at the minute how far down the table we are, especially at this stage. You've got teams like Cardiff killing the league, and really we should be in their position. So I'm not disrespecting any club. I'm just saying, we need to start picking up performances after this international break, and let's go and get some decent performances. Obviously against Preston, It wasn't great, and that sort of performance against Preston, I don't want to see that ever again, especially not this season. It needs to be positive football, plenty of chances, and obviously providing to the players up the top of the pitch to put the goals away. So as I said, Sambolonga came in 15 million, a lot of money for a striker. But let's see if he's worth it this season. Obviously Martin Braithwaite, but he's obviously out with an injury at the minute. He'll do well. Hopefully be back against Bolton. Heard a few things that he's back in training, etc. So hoping he's back. Obviously none of us have really got to see. Well, no one's got to see him see him play in the league yet. So kind of hoping that he obviously makes an impact. I'd love to see him against Bolton, like I say, if he was on the left and Sambolonga, and even Traore or Bamford on the right. You have some energy at the top of the pitch, a little bit of fire there. See how them players get on. Also, we've got Roberts from Swansea. He hasn't really played much this season. He's on the bench. Obviously, all I've seen of him is really. Although he did play against Scunthorpe in the cup, he played an alright game. So yeah, he obviously isn't a bad player. Obviously, you've got Johnny Howson, and this is the name. Johnny Howson. I don't want to slag the guy off because the guy's just come from Norwich, and it's a totally different sort of setup at Middlesbrough to what it is at Norwich. Obviously, Borough being the better team, so it's hard to discuss for me Johnny Howson. But there's a £5 million of his valuation that obviously Borough bought him for. And for me, he doesn't do enough, and I hate to say it because the guy's just literally signed for us, but Johnny Howson, for me, doesn't do enough. I don't know what you guys think in the comments. You guys let me know exactly what you think about Johnny Howson. But he just doesn't seem to do it. Like, he'll get the ball, and don't get me wrong, he does, like, this and that on the ball, but he doesn't really go forward with it. He kind of go sideways or backwards, and it's like, I don't know if that's how he played at Norwich. Like I said, I don't know what role he played at Norwich. Obviously, we're not watching Norwich. I'm not a Norwich fan. I'm a Borough fan, so I don't know. But for me, I really want to see his performances improve because he has probably got ability, he probably has got the attribute that we need in the team, but I'm not seeing it on the pitch. And there's a few other fans, it isn't just me. Before anyone starts sort of hating on me or whatever, it's not just me, people say to me, Johnny Howson, what do you think? And I have to say the same thing. I want to see the guy at his best at Borough. I really want to see him improve, and I might be judging him too early if it's only hitting September now, but I've been watching this season so far. I can't say I'm impressed by Johnny Howson. If anything, I want Ledbetter back in and Johnny Howson on the bench, and that might be a harsh comment to make, but I don't know about Johnny Howson yet. £5 million for me, it might not be a lot of money obviously with 15 clubs going nuts with transfer fees so far, obviously in the transfer window, but I don't know, Johnny Howson, £5 million. I would like to see Ledbetter in against Bolton, and I hate to say it because I know the guy's only just signed for us, and he might be struggling to adapt or whatever, but I don't know, man. I'm not too keen on Johnny Howson, should I say? I don't really know what to think about the guy. And then obviously next we've got Fletcher. He signed £7 million from West Ham United. Got my friend who's a West Ham fan. He was a bit good to see him go, to be fair. So when he signed, I thought we were getting a good player, and obviously my mate was right. I mean, he's good. Fletcher's good. I mean, he brings that pace. He's chasing down the ball. He's hungry. He wants to get on the ball. He wants to create the chances. I've been really impressed with Fletcher so far, what I've seen of him, and I feel that he can only get better. I mean, he's only young as well. So I forget that's a £7 million. Could have been might turn out to be a bargain. He's a great signing. £7 million. He's young. He's still got a lot to learn. But once he matures up in this game, I'm sure he'll be a fantastic striker. And hopefully we've still got him by then. And hopefully we'll be banging the goals in this season for us if Sambolonga gets injured or whatever. And then we've got Lewis Wing. Now Lewis Wing I didn't know much about, but I heard a lot of people call him the non-league Messi. So I mean, I've seen one of his goals, absolute banger, to be honest, on the edge of the box, and he's hit it and he went straight in the top corner. I mean, the guy looks good. From what I've seen, from clips and whatnot, he looks like a decent player. Will he join the under-23s, or will he actually get his chance in this team? Who knows? Kind of open to see him play, though. I mean, if he's getting tipped as a non-league Messi, don't get me wrong, I mean, he's obviously got to adapt to this kind of football up in the Championship. I mean, it's a different league to what the non-league football is. But no doubt that if he adapts, he will do well for us, and he will come on strong. Then we've got obviously Ryan Shotton. And if any of you guys see my Borough Fan TV interview, I'm pretty sure I mentioned about Ryan Shotton, and I said I don't really rate him, but if he plays in a Borough shirt, I'm going to have to applaud him. Now, I'm not overly fussed on this transfer. Yes, okay, obviously he plays in a Borough shirt. I'm going to cheer for him. I'm going to clap. I'm going to urge him on if he does something wrong. I'm going to try and get behind him like every other Borough fan will. But for me, Ryan Shotton, I don't so much see it as a pointless transfer. Well, I kind of do, because I feel like, we've got Dale Fry doing a fantastic job at the back. Got Ben Gibson doing another fantastic job at the back, and them two for me, you know, great partnership. Teesside lads, you know, heart on the sleeve. They want to do well for this football club. And then I think, well, Daniel Ayala pretty much isn't playing right now because we don't know if that's because of his mistake at Wolves or whatnot. That's why Fry came back in, but you know, you got Daniel Ayala there, and then you got Ryan Shotton now, and you also got Roberts too. And to me, I just think, yes, okay, fair enough. You know, fair enough we signed Shotton, but why? Because will he get his game? Now, don't get me wrong. There's going to be cup games in the future. It's going to be this. It's going to be that. But for me, Dale Fry and Ben Gibson are solid. Will Ryan Shotton get his chance? I don't know. I don't know myself because I just don't know the point in transfer. I mean, if the guy's going to play, let's have no doubt. But surely Monk can't drop Fry or Gibson. Surely not. Them two have been solid since them two have played together. Don't get me wrong. You know, every defence leaks goals, but them two have been really good at the minute. So I don't want to see Shotton come in and just take one of their spots because I think it may affect either player or whatever. But no, I think Ryan Shotton, don't get me wrong, if he come, obviously he's here now, so I'm going to get behind him. But for me, don't alter that. Don't change them two because we know what happened against Preston. He just brought in players in daft positions. He was playing Fabio, whatever the hell he was playing him at. He had Baker over on the obviously out wide, and I don't want to see that with his team. You know, I hope he isn't going for a 5 at the back or whatever, and that's how he's going to include Shotton. Shotton plays for Borough. He's a Borough lad now. Okay, fair enough. But will he get his game? For me, don't drop Fry or Gibson because they're doing a terrific job. Cup games, fair dues, fair play. But for me, right now in the league, don't go changing them two's mentality because they're playing really well together. The next one is probably one of our best signings, obviously in the window, and that was Darren Randolph. What a signing! When I seen we actually went in for him, I was buzzing, but I didn't feel like it was like true because for most part of last season he was West Ham United's #1, and you can see why. Pulled out some exceptional saves against Preston. He kept us in that game. My man of the match that game was Randolph. He kept us in that game. He pulled off some fantastic saves. And what a signing. What a signing he is, really. I mean, don't get me wrong, I love Dimmy. And Dimmy will probably always be a legend in my opinion. And many other Borough fans may love him and whatnot. But Randolph's fantastic. He's a really good goalkeeper. And he's really exciting to watch. He's safe, you know, when you're watching Borough, he's a safe goalkeeper. You can have a lot of trust in him. Sure, the back line have a lot of trust in him as well. So yeah, for me, Randolph, probably one of our best signs we've made in obviously in the window because I think he's a fantastic goalkeeper, and I feel like we're going to really get the best in this season. I really do. The next one is Luke Armstrong. Now I may be wrong, but I'm sure he went out on loan last night. I seen that. Again, a few of these players that I'm going to mention are probably going to the under-23s. I'm not 100% sure, but I'm sure Luke Armstrong went out on loan last night. I could be wrong, and if I am wrong, then I am sorry. But, sorry, no, I'm wrong. I am wrong. I think it was Callum Johnson. I've got it written down. I don't know. It's one of them. But, yeah, Luke Armstrong came in. We had Tom Braithwaite, I believe is called the name. And then we had this weird kid, well, not weird, he's weird named, called Marmotovic. He came in. Miller also came in. The other two that have already played for us is Cyrus Christie and Lewis Baker. Now, them two for me are fantastic players. Really was excited by both. I mean, I've got a fan spot. I mean, I've got a friend that supports Derby. You probably think I've got friends that support every single football club, but now I had a friend that supported Derby. He was glad to see the back of Christie, and I'm pleased he is because I think he's fantastic. He gets on that right side. He pelts down. He doesn't go backwards very often. He tries to take players on. He brings that flair on the wing, and when he links up with the other players on the wing as well, he brings in some fantastic chances for us. I think Cyrus Christie was a fantastic signing especially for the money we paid for him as well. International, let's not forget. So yeah, I'm really impressed by him. And Baker, I mean, big up to Baker, man. He keeps giving me the thumbs up when he leaves the car park when I get my Borough Fan TV interview. So, you know, my G sort of thing. But no, Baker, I've been really impressed by him as well. Obviously, he got his goal in the cup. Obviously raised his confidence. I hated the fact that he's playing out wide against Preston. That's gonna, you know what I mean? He doesn't play out wide. He came here to play through the middle, number 10. And when you're shutting him out wide, it's just gonna knock his confidence a little bit. And he's trying and get him to adapt to doing things too quick for me. Keep him in the middle. He's sure he can score goals. He's sure he can create chances when you play him there in that attacking midfielder role. So keep him there. Don't get me wrong, Forshaw as well. I mean, them two are going to have to battle out all season to get in that spot. I saw last night that Wolves sent in a loan bid for Forshaw, but obviously I don't think it got accepted. But let's say Baker, for me, fantastic player. Really want to see more of him this season in the Cup and in the league. And then we had Jacob Senior. I think we call it Senior. Cilia. And then we got Cilia as well. He came in. Marvin Johnson. He came in last night as well. He's obviously came from Oxford for £3 million. Oxford must rate him, obviously, or they've done some daylight robbery there in the £3 million. Like I say, we played Oxford quite a lot. We know of their attributes of their team, and they're very, very attacking-minded team, especially when they come away to us. But I mean, he's a winger, I think, Marvin Johnson. So obviously he's going to want to battle his place in his team. But listen, it's another addition. It's very exciting. But they're all the players we've brought in. There may be more I forgot about, but I'm definitely sure I got them all. I researched them. I got them all. So as you can see, I mean, we practically bought a brand new team, but very exciting names in there. The only ones that I want to pick out really that I want to see improve the game would be Johnny Howson, and then just Johnny Howson really, because he plays every week. And don't get me wrong, when I saw Johnny Howson in the Championship when we were Premier League, I was really a big fan of Johnny Howson. Just praying that he sort of comes on in the next few weeks and that he, can prove everyone wrong, that he actually has got the ability, to be part of this team and to be worth every penny we paid for him. If you talk about players that have gone out, this is just players that have gone on loan. I seen one and I've written it down, Barahan. Now I was sure we sold him. I was 100% sure we sold him. Went on the club website today and it says that we've put him on loan to Real Betis. Let me know in the comments. I could have sworn we sold him to Real Betis. I remember seeing all the articles, everything else about him going. If he's on loan, I didn't even know we loaned him, and that's really bad. But I genuinely thought we sold him for about €4 million. So if we've sold him, let me know. But I'm pretty sure that's what we did. But according to the MFC website, he's on loan, so we have to take it that he's on loan. And then we had Harry Chapman. Now Harry Chapman I rate so high. I think he's a fantastic player, is Harry Chapman. And then we put him out on loan. When I seen him go out on loan, I was proper gutted because he is such a good player. He's really good. His energy on the ball, what he brings to a game. I mean, we've seen him at Sheffield United. I think he got a hat-trick in the Cup or something last season. He is a really good player. And then we go and put him out on loan. Now, don't get me wrong. We may have better players than what Harry Chapman was. Should say better abilities. But I like Harry Chapman big, and I really do rate Harry Chapman. If he comes back, obviously after his loan spell, I hope he sort of gets a chance in his team because he's a fantastic winger. And I really do rate him. I really rate Harry Chapman highly. Callum Cook, now he's went and scored a few goals for Blackpool this season as well. He's gone out to Blackpool, obviously. Julian Desart, another one. He's gone to, and I don't know, I can't even pronounce the name of this team. I don't know where the hell this guy's gone. Obviously, we know he's at Derby last season. He's gone to Salute Waterhem. Matthew Eldston. He's gone to a Caledonian Thistle. We've got Joe Fry, we've gone to Stevenage, Callum Johnson, Accrington Stanley, Connor Ripley, obviously, as we know. I mean, I wanted to see him get his first team, well, not so much first team, I wanted to see him in and around the club this season, but he didn't. He's been sent out to Burton. The last one being Robbie Tinkler, who's gone to Gateshead. So that's all the ins, that's all the outs of what's happened in the transfer window. And I may be wrong about the June start and Barahan. They may have been sold, but according to the website, they are on loan. But like I say, I mean, players came in, players went out, and obviously the players that came in, I'm very excited to obviously keep on watching them week in, week out with a butter. Really hoping about Johnny Howson gets, improve, well, should I say, adapts to how we play. So for a team like Norwich, it's totally different to a team like Middlesbrough. I hope that's on Belonga, can show his £15 million evaluation. Should I say? And I hope the boys all click. And I really do hope that promotions on the cards this season. Steve Gibson, he wouldn't have put money in this transfer window, over £43 million if he didn't feel like Borough could go up this season. That's where we belong as the Premier League, regardless of what people say. Borough do deserve Premier League, but we're not a Championship team, or at least I don't think we are. And I may be deluded or whatever the hell people want to say in the comments, but I feel like this season, after this, now that the transfer window's shut, no players can come in, no players can go out. Monk has to find his best 11 and just attack teams, home and away. Get the 3 points. Even if we're scraping 1-0 wins, home and away, we're getting the 3 points, we're moving up that table, and we're getting back to where we belong. But that is the Premier League, and I've said that on the Borough Fan TV interviews That's where we belong as a Premier League. Challenging the big teams week in, week out, at home, at the Fortress. So, like I say, Bolton Saturday, the preview, and I can't wait to make it because I've really missed making previews. Obviously, I can't make one for tomorrow because obviously England plays tonight. If you guys are watching it, I'm sure most of you guys are. If anyone from Malta's watching it, what do you reckon the score will be? Or England fans, tell me what do you think the score will be tonight. I personally went with 3-0 for a free Manjaro's Palmo because why not? 3 Palmos on the table. I want one, obviously. But no, I mean, preview be out Wednesday. Stay tuned to Butterfan TV because something might be coming along very, very soon, including myself. But yeah, make sure you watch out for that. Saturday, bring on Bolton in it. You know what I mean? Bring on Bolton next week, and I'm so excited. You know what I mean? Another league game. Hate the international break. There's nothing more that I hate than the international break. Don't get me wrong. When the World Cup on everything, I love it. But when it's just an international break, I hate it, man. I really do. Can't wait to get back into league action and just to get back in the Riverside, get away from home, watching the Butter. Let's hope that England win tonight. You know what I mean? Let's hope for that to happen. You heard my ins and outs of the Middlesbrough transfer window. You guys let me know exactly what you think of anything that I've said. Guys, let me know if you're happy with the transfers that came in, transfers that went out. Yeah, and let me know what you think of this season and where it will take us with the players we've brought in. You guys are incredible, man. I'll see you guys again for obviously on Monday. Let's talk football. Wednesday the preview, and then of course the review on Saturday. You guys take care. It's been A.J.T. I'm out of here. Up the Butter.